Hey everybody, my name is Carlo Libertini and thanks for joining me today. Acoustica just got a major update to 7.5 from the great folks at Acon Digital. Now, if you don't know what Acoustica is, it is an all-in-one complete digital audio creative environment where you can record, mix, edit, do restoration, and even mastering and more. Super fast, super clean, super powerful, and I love using it. Now, this new update, 7.5, is free if you already have Acoustica 7.4. There's no reason for you not to make this upgrade. If you don't have Acoustica, then thanks for joining me regardless, because now is a great time to jump right in. All right, so what's new? Well, there's a lot of updates actually, but some of the newest applications that I love is the automatic captioning. That's right, it could take your voice, your recorded voice, and convert it to text, which is amazing. Updated remix tool, updated extract dialogue. There's a new de-esser. Obviously, we've got some new keyboard shortcuts and much, much more. So let's dive into some of these updates and have a little bit of fun. Now, I recorded this quickly into Acoustica 7.5 here, so we'd have something to work with. A lot of these updates and effects may sound best if you're using headphones. If not, don't worry. It's the process that we really want to highlight here today. All right, Acoustica 7.5. Now, notice that the interface is really clean and beautiful. We've got a spectrum analyzer, loudness meter, our levels, our history, our media browser. You could rearrange these and resize them any way that you wish. Completely customizable and a great workflow. Let's take a listen to what I just recorded for our demo right now. So, what's new in Acoustica 7.5? Well, quite a bit actually. It includes major new features, as well as a large number of smaller usability improvements and bug fixes. There's some sibilance right there. Automatic captioning, edit history pane, de-essing, remix, dialogue extract, draw and waveform tool, you name it, and much, much more. Let's check it out. All right, thank you, Carlo. Let's check it out. So, let's talk about this. Now, in a real-world working scenario, Acoustica is really great because it's fast. When I launch this, it opens immediately. If I need to get an idea down or record it, podcasting, you name it. It also does multi-channel format editing too. So again, did I mention professional? It's got it all. All right, so de-essing is a new plugin here. I think I heard some sibilance right about here, as well as a large number of smaller usability improvements and bug fixes. There we go, right there. Automatic captioning, edit history pane. Now, what makes de-essing so important? Here under enhancement, I'm going to open up de-ess dialogue. These plugins are very intelligent. They're not static. They built into them is years of training. So when it says de-ess dialogue, it's working with the human voice. So you know you're going to get the best results easily, quickly, and right away. And that's the same for all of the plugins here in the suite under enhancement that Acon makes for us. Now, under the presets, I always love using these presets. Not only do I make my own, but the ones that come with it are really well thought out. I mean, it's just, they work. If I go to gentle, you'll see how the red color is going to show the reduction. And let's take it right from about here, and I'm going to audition it. Let's go right here. As well as a large number of smaller usability improvements. So in real time, I can hear the effect. Captioning, edit history pane, de-essing, remix, dialogue extract, draw and wave. Nice. Now I could actually increase, make some tweaks here if I wanted. As well as and then again hear the results in real time. Improvements and bug fixes. And you can see the red is for reduction. Edit history pane, de-essing, remix, dialogue extract, draw and waveform tool, you name it, and much, much more. And when you're done, all you do is hit process. Now that'll process the entire file because that's what I have selected here. But you could do this in selected regions if you want. There's a tip for you. All right, so let's process the whole file. And here we go. There. Now, this is a new feature here in 7.5. because when I'm working, I want to stay in a creative headspace. So I want things to happen quickly. And you can see how fast that was. Now, did you notice also under enhancement, there's also to remove wind noise, rustling, buzzing, plosive. Let's say if I wanted to remove some plosives, which I heard here, I could choose gentle, process that. There was a little bit of mic plosiveness there. And you could also deverberate. Let's say I wanted to tighten this up, had some early reflections while we're here. Choose voice. Did I mention this was intelligent? Well, it is. And hit process. And now it should sound a little bit clearer, tighter, and ready to go, ready for mixing.
So, what's new in Acoustica 7.5? Well, quite a bit actually. It includes major new features, as well as a large number of smaller usability improvements and bug fixes.
There you have it. Now, next, another one of the new features is the automatic captioning. Now, there's two methods really. There's automatic and manual, which means you can actually select a range of audio and you can assign the transcription to it. Now, it lets you add captions and you can export those subtitles for video production. You can use the caption editor, which is great for manually and automatically identifying your text. It works in many multiple languages. So in case you're wondering about that, yeah, if you speak it, it can convert it. And alternatively, you could choose a window pane layout. Or you could just use one of the factory layouts. As I mentioned before, it's completely customizable. So let's do this right now. Let's take the first passage and I'll show you how cool this is right here.
So, what's new in Acoustica 7.5?
If I wanted to manually insert text for this, I could choose that. And here under View, I'm going to choose Show or hide the caption editor. Here's another tip for you. This window's, like all of them, are completely customizable. You can resize this, and I really like that. Now here, I could type in, I actually cheated in advance, and I have a small bit of dialogue for us right here. Okay. You could type it in right here and hit add, and there it is. So what's new in Acoustica 7.5? As easy as that. Now this is manual.
So, what's new in Acoustica 7.5? Well, quite a bit actually. It includes major new features, as well.
Now, built into this also is an automatic way. If I wanted to choose this next passage, you see the magic wand here. When I select this, it's going to use its artificial intelligence, its built-in intelligence, to do the work for us. You'll see it's processing, bang, just like that. Look, quite a bit actually. And this is how I like to work when I'm working with captioning. I might do it in little chunks like this. And that way I have blurbs of the audio. And it's, again, very fast. And it gives you a chance to also proofread it. Although, to be honest with you, it's spectacular. It is literally identified every word. And if you notice, it will even do punctuation for you. Which I think is a huge advantage, especially when you want to export it for, let's say, YouTube or archiving. And if you choose a big range like that, it'll automatically analyze it for us and give us the entire sentence written right there. Let's follow along.
Automatic captioning, edit history pane, de-essing, remix, dialogue extract, draw on waveform.
Now, if you notice, it had desing right there. So to change that, simply select it in the area where it was written. And I'm going to choose de-essing and then hit apply. And there it is. So that is how you can correct the automatic captioning if you had to. This is huge because, you know, when you're working, for example, in podcasting or news service industry or any kind of archiving, even being able to take speech to text like this is very important because now you can actually export all of that. So it'll transcribe audio for you. If you needed to get a hard copy of what was said, you can literally import an entire conversation, clean it up if you have to, using some of the restoration tools, and then have the AI generate the transcription for you. And that alone is just Really cool. We live in great times. Thank you, Acon Digital. So that is a look at the automatic captioning. All right. Now let's have a little bit more fun. Let's go to Extract Dialogue. Here's a sample from a post-production film that I helped do work on years ago by some really wonderful people. It's a little loud, so what I'll do is come up to volume. Look how easy this is. Choose volume. I'm going to knock it down 3.89. There. Now, in the beginning here, it'll give you an idea of the noise floor. You'll watch the level and the spectrum analyzer. The noise floor is almost minus 40, which is quite loud. Now, why do you want to edit audio in advance like this? Well, simple. Extract Dialogue is really intelligent and it's been updated now. It's going to understand the human voice and help separate the unwanted artifacts for you. This means that if you're working with multiple microphones in a post-production or even music environment, then you can have more of a quality, cohesive quality to the audio for better mixing later. That's what editing is really all about. All right, so let's open that up. Here under Enhancement tab, we now have Extract Dialogue. Okay, and this has been updated. Auto Intelligent, it doesn't, you could still go in there and do things a lot more manually, of course, but with every update, these get more and more amazing, which allows me to work faster, quicker, and get more creative results. I'm going to choose Gentle Dialogue Cleaning, and let's take a listen. Right then and there, you can already see the noise floor is already at minus 60. It went from minus 40 to minus 60. That's quite a bit of reduction already. Let's audition the audio before. This is before we clean it.
Daryl Redleaf, who's a
And here's after with Extract Dialogue.
Daryl Redleaf, who's a hairstylist
Notice
for celebrities such as
how
Helen Hunt
clear
and
the
Selena Gomez.
dialogue,
Mike and Laura
how clear the dialogue is. I love this update. One more time with Extract Dialogue.
Daryl
Oh, that's amazing.
Redleaf, who's a
And let's solo the noise. This is what's being removed with this option right here. Helps if you have headphones on. So all of that, believe it or not, is cumulative. Because when you're summing a lot of tracks that each have a different kind of noise floor problem to them, you're not going to get professional results. But by using Extract Dialogue to prepare your dialogue in advance, wow, you're going to always have creative professional results following every time. So that's an update here in Acoustica 7.5. Now to process the whole track, you could just do it in chunks if you can select parts of the audio. But if you don't, we're going to do the whole file and just render it like that. And you can actually see now how the audio has been really cleaned. So thank you, Acon Digital. Super awesome. Another thing is let's zoom in on, we've got the new draw tool. I know this bass guitar has a little bit of some problems. Here we go. I'll give you a real example on the drawing tool. So typically though, the interpolate tool from the enhancements section could be used to fix these, but now you've got a drawing tool to manually go in there, because although there's so much intelligence built into this version, it's not going to take you out of it if you still want to go in and grab a draw tool and do it automatically. You can see that this here, for example, this is a noise. That just is not going to sound good. It's going to give us some kind of blip. Let's check it out. Yeah, really bad. All right. So here's another tip. To use a drawing tool, you have to zoom in until you can see the nodes here. That's the only way that it's going to appear and work for you. Let's put my playhead here and grab the draw tool. And now I can actually correct this. If I could draw better, it'll go anywhere you want. Check this out. So you could fix that blip as easily like that. And it doesn't stop there. There's more. Here, there's another one over here. Let's zoom in on this one here. Now remember, you have to zoom in until you see the nodes to use a drawing tool. Right when the nodes pop up, then you are clear to go. There we go. see, you want to bring that right to a 0 crossing point, and that's perfect. Nice and easy. So the drawing tool is right up here. It activates the pencil. See that? You can use Shift+D. There's a good keyboard command for you. And I like that. And that is a perfect example of how you can use the drawing tool. Now, while we're at it, by the way, let's go back to the dialogue extract track. I want to show you something under Edit History. This is an amazing area that keeps track of all the steps you make and logs it for you. Did I mention Acoustica was professional? Yes, I did. Check it out. Over here, we have loaded the file. I applied a volume edit, and I applied extract dialogue. Now, at any time, you could right-click and choose Export the Audit Trail. Now, what does that mean? It means that it's going to give you an HTML file with all of the information related to using that plugin contained in there that you can now export and save. Again, for cataloging your workflow to that kind of detail. So that is here under Edit History. You also have processing chains that you can apply to the output if you wanted. And here, if you don't see it, Edit History is on that tab right there. I love that. Absolutely love that. Now, another feature that is really cool is I love Remix. Remix is going to allow you to, here it is under Tools. I've recently did a video just featuring Remix here at Music Marketing TV. So if you want more up-to-date insight into this, please find that here on our channel. But Remix, again, leverages the power of auto intelligence to parcel out into different channels what are vocals, piano, bass, drums, and other, and you can adjust the sensitivity between the detection. Let's take a listen to this file for a quick demo. So, this is so easy to use. Now that it's loaded, we could actually do something like solo just the drums. Now I've got piano and bass and drums going on here. I'm going to press solo and then hit audition here. Not bad. Now the sensitivity will increase the amount of separation from other instruments that might be sharing or living in those same similar frequency zones. Let me bring it down a little bit and try it. Look at that. That sounds great. Here's before. So one more time, before and just the drums. Now the secret to this, I believe, is in the sensitivity knob. If you double click it, we'll go back to default at 0%. Let's try just the piano and I'll show you what I mean. If you wanted to bring out some articulation, sometimes I also solo the other channel because there could be some other types of frequencies that it funnels down there. So a lot of the piano is sharing frequencies with the bass here. Let's solo just the bass. Now this is a stereo file. We're reaching into it and grabbing just the bulk of the bass energy. And this is really a game changer in a lot of ways, because if you were doing, perhaps, let's say, you wanted a track and you wanted to dip the vocals in that track because it was background music and there's dialogue over that, your own voice, or perhaps you're doing a post-production work, you can actually dip them down, let's say 20%. So the vocals are still heard slightly, but they're not stepping on the dialogue of the scene that you're working with. So that's another advantage. If you wanted to just reduce, let's say the drums were a little loud, I'll bring them down 10 dBs. Let's check it out. Let's bring them up. So in essence, what did we do? We remixed it. Again, really great. So if this is your first time checking out a video about Acoustica, the new 7.5 version, you couldn't have picked a better time to jump into this really fast, really creative, and incredibly powerful audio creation suite. Now, I believe there's a premium edition, there's a restoration suite, a mastering suite with dynamics, multiband, EQs, declick, you got limiters and denoising. You have all of the spectrum analyzers, you have the loudness meters, multi-channel format editing. The list goes on and on and on. And now with the advantages of the included automatic captioning, the updated extract dialog, of course, the remix tool, it is a tremendous value. But of course, the best way always to find out for yourself. Now, my name is Carlo Libertini. Thank you for watching. Check it out today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay busy and stay creative.